Hi guys, Angie Bell, my fairy treasures. Okay, we're gonna finish this up. Sorry about that, you guys. That noise is horrible. Okay, so let's finish this up. We left off in the last video. We had masked in this image. We need to go through and trace this in white. Okay, so it really comes out, and then we're gonna do some messy writing in through here. So like massive cursive writing, and like we did, like I showed you on my sample page in my art journal, which is not around me, but that's fine. Okay, but so we dealt with this page. We'll finish this page up in a minute. We need to do our focal point over here. So what I think we're gonna do is, this is one of my girls, one of my Angie's Angels, and I don't know why she is copying like this. See how it's kind of grayscale-ish, but patchy grayscale? I don't know why it's printing out like that. I don't know if it's my printer. Other things aren't printing out like this. I don't know. Anyway, I printed her out, and I made her like really big, but I printed her out on a 5x7, so it'd be small enough to fit into on this page. So we need to color her up, cut her out, and then glue her in. So that's what we're gonna do next. Let me put this aside. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do her face. Let me come in a little closer. Scoot this over. I think that'll work. It's not working. All right. And let's come in nice and close. Okay. So I use, for her base color of her face, I use Jane Davenport, her inks. It's called Tinsel. And I finally smartened up, and you use it at like half strength. But I finally smartened up and put it into one of the brush pens. I didn't used to do that before. So, and this is the ink right here that I'm talking about if you want to get it, if you like this color. It's what I use for a lot of my skin tone color, especially for dark skin tone. But you can use this for the base color for, excuse me, a light skin tone also, because just add more water. So, but that's what it looks like. It's called Tinsel. Just a second. I want to, let me move the damn thing over. Just a second, guys. All right. I have things like not quite set up right for myself. Anyway, all right, so let me just make sure this is all primed. Yeah. Okay. And then we're going to shade her in with pencil. I'm not going to shade everything because I don't want to take forever, so I'm going to show you a quick way of coloring with inks and watercolor. So more like we're going to just kind of colorize it with watercolor. But for the skin, I did want to do some shading on the skin. Simple shading. But I did want to shade the skin though. Is that? All right. It's weird for me because I don't usually work with her this small. I usually do the big page of her, so it's a lot easier. Anyway, all right, so that is the, what did I just say this color was? Tinsel by Jane Davenport. All right, let's dry that. So let me get my blow dryer out. Let's blow dry her. So we're almost finished with this whole thing, you guys. And I have one more in my Traveler's Notebook. I do have one more notebook, but I'm going to go ahead and just do that one on my own. I won't make a video because I got some stuff I want to do in my art journal that I want to share with you guys, and some new stuff with jelly printing that I learned, and I'm working on another project, so I got a lot of projects. It's ridiculous. Way too many projects and not enough time, that's for sure. Not that. It took a little longer to dry than I thought it was going to. Anyway, let me put my readers on because I'm doing such a small little face. Okay, so we're gonna do our shading. So I got my blender pencil and what else? And this color right here, Sienna. Let me sharpen my pencil. Oh man, that sharpener has something broke in it. So does this one. Oh my goodness. Alright, third time's a charm, I hope. Alright, there we go. I need to clear out those sharpeners. I have pencils that have broken in there. Okay. Alright, so let's just do some shading quickly here. Oh, you know what? Because I didn't have my readers on, so I couldn't completely see that. Oh, shoot. You guys just see that? My pen leaked. Jeez. Well, oh my gosh. It leaked in the right place. Thank goodness. I thought that might be a disaster. Okay. Let me just bring up a little bit more color in through here. I can't believe that worked out still. Thank goodness. All right, we'll let that dry and we'll start doing some shading. I hope my phone is still going. All right, let's do some shading in through here. I'm just throwing in a little bit of shading. I didn't throw any of that tinsel base color right in through there where I needed to, but it's fine because I was going to shade there anyway, so I just shaded it. I just shaded it up, so it's fine. Okay. Is this dry yet? It's not. Let me just put my blow dryer on that one little spot real quick. Good enough. Let's get some shading going in here. And I got a little bit of the skin tone in the hair, but I'm not even worrying about it because the color I'm using a real hot pinky fuchsia color hair, so it won't matter. Okay, so there's that shading there. Okay. That looks good. And then we'll throw a little shading in through here. It's such a small little area, it really won't make a difference, but every little bit makes a difference. In fact, you know, I want to erase a little bit. And that's the beauty about pencil, is that if you do a little too much or you don't like something, you can erase it. I got a little overzealous with my shading right there. It came out a little further than I wanted it to. Let's bring a little bit more shading underneath this eye here. Cool. That looks good. All right. Such a little area. I'm not used, like I said, I'm not used to dealing with such a small little areas. I usually I'm coloring like a, you know, a nice size face. So it's weird coloring that little space. Okay, anyway. I was thinking about if I'm gonna add blush on her cheeks or not, but I'm not sure. But let's add in some eye color, because that always makes everything for me much better once we add eye color. And I'm looking for my, okay, there they are. You guys know I love, if you've been watching me at all, you know I love green eyes. So of course I'm going to make her eye green. Okay. A little much got onto the, sop up the rest of it. There we go. Oh, cool. I left a little bit of the eyebrow right there so I can put a little eyeshadow in there, which I think I'll just do right now. What color do I want to use? We'll use this. I'm just going to use a little bit of mulberry pencil just to throw in a little eyeshadow right here in her crease area. I think that'll look good. Cool. Very cool. And then what else do we want to do? Oh, lips. What do I want to do for her lips? I'm trying to think what I want to do for her lips. I usually think about it beforehand. Let's do, I know what I'm going to do, I think. We'll do a little pink on her lips with, we'll use the Jane Davenport Pastels. These are like my go-to. Whenever I'm like going, oh, what should I use? What should I use? I always bust out with the pastels. Every time. A lot of times I like to use watercolor and then line it with pencil for like a liner. But this is such a small little area that we're dealing with that I don't really want to deal with bleeding outside the, I don't want to deal with bleeding outside of the lip. I'm throwing in a little bit of cheek color with that same color that I put on the lip. I just put some cheeks on her. which I love. Okay, there we go. Yeah, big old rosy cheek. What's weird is how different the color is on her lips when it's on white than when it's on her darker skin. It's pretty cool. Color completely changes. Okay. What else do we need to do still here? Okay, I want to line her eyes. I'm trying to think what I did with that. Perfect. So I just want to line her eyes a little bit to bring them out. I'm going to be as in control as possible. I hurt my arm, and I have no idea how. It hurts like every 3 or 4 months. My arm will just start hurting out of the blue. Like I slept on it wrong, but it started hurting yesterday afternoon, so Lord only knows. But it happens every few months. My arm just starts hurting. And then I'm going to redo the eyelashes, just go back over those just to bring them out a little bit more. So just moving it little bits like I'm doing right now doesn't hurt it too bad. But I can't be, I couldn't go to the gym today. Oh, it's horrible. Okay. And then I already have some catch lights in the eye. When I made the copy, I already had put catch lights in, so that was pretty cool. So let's throw some catch lights really quickly on her cheeks and her lips. And I'm not even going to line her lips because they're so small that they're fine. I'm just going to put some highlights on them. Some little catch lights with some white acrylic paint. If you guys could see my desk right now, you'd be like, oh, goodness, girl. I have so much stuff everywhere. Which is what happens when you do mixed media. You always have a lot of stuff. Because you use so many different things. Look how many different things I've already used on this girl's face. On this little small picture. Crazy. Okay, so we're going to put a little highlight on her cheek. Going to put a little highlight on her cheek. There we go. And we're going to put a little highlights on her lips. Okay. So it's just a little bit, and then I'm going to put a little bit of I love to put these little white, like little sparkles on the line, and then also put some little sparkles on her eye area where her eyelashes are. It just adds a little something to it. It's very little. Let me see what you guys are seeing. Cool. All right, just a second, you guys. Let me put some of this stuff away so I have a little bit of room. This, let's put some of these things away. Otherwise, I'm not going to have enough room to work. I'm feeling claustrophobic already. There we go. Less claustrophobic now that I got some stuff put away on my... All right. There we go. All right, so the next thing I want to do is let's do her hair. So for her hair and her wings, we're going to use the same color. We're going to use, I think, this bubblegum color. I think this one. This one or a different one. They're both in my water brushes, and they're Dye and Reevely or Dilutions inks in the water pens. Ow, my arm. Do I want that or I want this? Just a second, guys. I'm trying to decide what color I want to do her hair. All right, I'm going to do her. Oh, do I want that or I want that? I'm doing her hat in this one color, and I'm trying to think if it's going to look good with this, with pink hair. Oh, I want to have pink hair. So here we go. We're just starting. So this is the bubblegum pink in Dilutions. And it's a quick, easy way to do hair. You guys have seen the technique when I take my time to do hair, what I do. It takes a long time, but it's beautiful. But this is my quick version. And you need both versions in your life, in my opinion. And I love having your color, these inks in the water brush. It's fabulous. You don't have to go to, like, you know, any watercolors. You just have your watercolor right in your brush and you just start going. It's pretty cool. It makes it really quick and easy. Talking about mixing it up, mixed media today, I'm going to use some Daniel Smith for the hat. Daniel Smith watercolors are gorgeous. I'm going to use this color called Purple Amethyst, and it actually supposedly has a little bit of amethyst stone in the watercolor. I'm not sure how that works, but yeah, so excited about that. Oh, you guys aren't even seeing me do this hair. Sorry. So I just did the hair. I was so close up on the face, but okay, the hair's done. Sorry about that, you guys. You saw me do some of the hair. And let's do the wings. You guys are like sitting there going, hello. If you want to show us. So we're doing the wings and the hair in this color. Oh yeah, now that I have it down, the purple hat's gonna look cool. Anyway, I was talking about those Daniel Smith watercolors. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're not cheap. They come in a tube, and I probably spent between $4 and $5. Some of them was $8 a tube. If you buy the larger tubes, it's like $8 to $10. If you buy like the smaller tubes, it's like $4 or $5. Or maybe it's like $5 or $6 for the smaller, and $8 or $9 for the larger tubes. At least that's how it was a while back. So actually, I don't even know because I haven't bought any for a while. Because you know watercolors last forever. How often do you have to replace your watercolors? Not very often. Well, I guess if you're a watercolorist and you're always using them. But I have several brands of watercolors I like, so I'm always having to switch off. Okay, love that. And we're gonna throw some little white highlights in her hair once that dries with a white paint pen or a white jelly roll pen. And I might throw some other colors in her hair too with the pen. Anyway, so I'm going to use, I got these little trays. Aren't these cool? From Daiso for $1.50. Everything there's $1.50. And I love them. They're little paint trays. They're great for if you have a tube of color or if you have inks, and you can go ahead and fill it up like this. So I have a little cheat sheet that I made for all my Daniel Smith's watercolors. So I'm going to use this one called Moon Glow. So let me activate it. And let me get a brush. Now I got to get a brush. So much for my easy bragging about how easy it is with those pens. Is this Moon Glow also? Are these both Moon Glow? I think these are both Moon Glow. Just a second. Okay, I'm having to activate this pretty well. Yep, here we go. So this Moon Glow color is really cool. When it dries uneven. So it looks like I took the time to like do some shading on it, and I didn't. It's just the way that it dries. It's really cool. In her hat, I could have made that right there, that little stripe there, a different color, but I didn't. I can't be here all day coloring up this girl. It's a big project, so and I know I could have skipped this part and just done this off camera, but you know, sometimes people want to see like, how are you shading, or you know, how did you do her face, or how'd you do the eyes? So then at least you could see. Oh, you know what? I didn't do something to the eyes. We're going to go back to the eyes. I got to put some shading in the eyes to pop those eyes a little bit. And that's what really pops the eyes. If I go out, I'm going to go out of the lines a little bit right here for this hat. It doesn't matter because we're going to cut it out. All right. The magic with this hat's about to start happening. When it dries, it's just gorgeous. It dries like a leather. It looks like it's leather, like a purple leather hat. It's really, really cool. All right, let me take a little bit. Check my camera. Let me come in a little bit. So I can go back to the eyes because I want to do a little bit of shading on the eyes. And what I mean by shading is I want to add a little deeper green in the corners and then blend it out. It just adds a little magic to the eyes. Where is my grass green color? Here it is, and my blender pencil. I just had it. Can't be too far. There it is. You know, you can't see things when they're right in front of your face. So I want to take this green, and I'm just going to go right up in the corners and bring it down, and then blend it out. And I'm going to go back in the corner one more time and just give a little bit deeper right in there. And then blend a little bit. And then I'm going to take this chartreuse green. These are Prismacolor pencils. And just give a little bit more green right here in the center, just to blend that and to give a little highlight in the middle of there. So, can you tell the difference on the eye? It just really just makes the eye a little bit more pop and give it a little bit more magical look. Okay? All right. So let's come back out. Oh, we're at 29 minutes already. Okay, you guys, this video is going to end. Just go ahead and go to the next one, and you can see how I finish up this girl, and then we're going to cut her out and pop her onto this page and finish things up. So. It's amazing how fast 30 minutes can go when you're arting. It's just like, what? I thought maybe even 15 minutes. It's almost been 30 minutes already. Crazy. Time goes, time just flies. Okay, making sure that this is all dry. Yeah, so let's go ahead and throw some highlights on here with my Jelly Roll pen. You can use a paint pen. I like to use a Jelly Roll pen a lot of times more than a paint pen, because my paint pens that I've gotten that are really have a nice pointy tip, a lot of times they dry up. I don't know. I won't mention the brand that dried up on me a couple of times already. So the Jelly Roll pens are just, to me, just awesome. So I'm just throwing in highlights and just following the hair that I drew. And this gives a little extra something. Okay. Sorry I'm being silent, you guys. I'm focusing. Doesn't really take that much effort, but I'm also listening because some noise going on outside, but I think it's my neighbor. They're really good at building stuff, like they're always building something cool at their house. They built, when they moved in, they built a whole extra room under their house. I mean, really nice. And from the street, it just looks like a garage. You go in there, and it is a whole nother room, air conditioning and all. It is beautiful. They're really, really good. It's like, can you come over to my house? I have several things that I'd like you to build. And my husband, he is not into building things. He's not one of those type of people. I mean, he fixes stuff around our house all the time, but he's not trying to build anything. It's not his thing. And what's crazy is that if he wanted to build something, he could. He's like that. He can learn anything, but it's not his gig. So why push your husband if you know